Smooth jazz. Is it straight? Can't even hear it. There we go.
I wanted to make an Iranian entrance.
All right, all right. Fade it out, fade it out. You're supposed to gradually turn the volume down.
No, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
No, leave it. We don't keep it. Just turn the music up. Turn the music up. And then you gotta slowly fade it out. Just start turning the volume down. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Just My Thoughts. So as you can see, we have the beautiful Sheena in the house.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
So I came across this story, and she said she wanted to do some advice. So she's going to impart her knowledge and her words of wisdom on this story here in relationship advice. So I'll read the story, and this kind of touches home. So when she saw it, she's like, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So I'm interested to see what her take is and what she's going to say. So I'm going to read it first. I haven't read it yet, so this is a cold read. So for those of you that have ever done anything,
I haven't heard the story.
Yeah, she hasn't read it either. We just read like the title and the first.
I actually told him, what are you going to say? And he said, I'm not going to tell you.
So I don't know what I'm going to say just yet.
You haven't read the story?
No, I haven't read it. Okay. I haven't read it yet. But we just read that first paragraph and when we made a decision to read it. All right, so I'm going to read it and then we'll jump in. Here we go. Lack of thought with gifts from husband leaves me feeling bummed. I have seen this topic come up a lot, especially recently with Valentine's Day. And unfortunately, I can commiserate all too well. For the last few years, I have received the bare minimum with gifts for every significant holiday. Maybe some last-minute flowers, box of chocolates, generic stuff. If I even got that. Several times I got told, spend X amount of dollars on yourself, and had to buy my own presents. I like to give thoughtful gifts, things that show I know there's interest, things that show I know their interests, hobbies, and personalities. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day as our anniversary is only a few days after, and we would rather concentrate on that. This year was our 10th wedding anniversary, together for 17 in total. Oh, there's your awe moment. Okay. I spent time finding some nice scotch, very good stuff, that was specifically aged 10 years and bought an engraved lighter to cover the 10 aluminum tradition of 10 years, along with a trinket from his favorite sporting team.
Aww.
I got to give her kudos on that, okay? The day came and nothing for me. Ooh. He hadn't even bought flowers from the corner store. He said that he would go and get something in the upcoming days and we can exchange gifts then. I only gave him the scotch. So he drank it during our dinner celebration. It has been a week and still nothing. Dude, I'm not on his side on this right now. Oh, that's bad. Hold on. Okay, let's keep going. Given his history, I am not surprised that it ended up this way, but I'm still feeling a little hurt. Last year, he admitted that our teenage daughter reminded him to get something and pointed out a teddy that was on post-Valentine's clearance while grocery shopping. When I was telling her what I bought for him this year, she said she was confident that he would get something this year. I think she was surprised he didn't. It's not like he forgets it's coming up. In fact, he was the one who reminded me this year a couple of weeks ago when I mentioned the date in regards to something else and hadn't computed that it was also our anniversary. He found it funny that I was embarrassed that I forgot. I took that as a sign that he was considering the fact it was a milestone anniversary. I guessed wrong. I guess I'm just venting here.
Aww. Oh, that's really sad.
Oh, there's some fire in this one. I thought I was going to Okay, I'm gonna open the floor up to you.
Why?
What are your thoughts on this? What's your advice for her, for him,
Well,
or just your thoughts?
Well, given that he has a history, it's not really surprising actually, because if he has a history, what's going to make him change all of a sudden? So it's kind of expected, you know. If it was like the first year, the second year, the third year, you still have hopes of someone changing. But if they've not changed that long and you're 17 years down the road together, I think, you know, I understand that you're very hurt, but, you know, it's not his first time. And so you've kind of allowed it to happen. You shouldn't allow it to happen. You don't allow it to happen.
So how does she address it?
I think initially we
No, speak. Make it personal.
Yeah, let's talk.
Make it personal.
Yeah,
Go
so me and Justice. So you see, my birthday is in January.
Yeah.
And so it's like the new year, and then we have Christmas before that, and then we have Valentine's Day in February. So it's kind of, it's all, and then it's Mother's Day in March, and so it's all, you know, different.
Every single month there's another gift
celebrations and everything, which is beautiful, and I love it. But I understand that, you know, Justice doesn't love it as much as I do.
Yeah, because I'm not the one getting the gifts. I'm the one that's giving the gifts and everything like that. But go on, continue.
You get gifts as well.
Go on, continue.
But I don't make a fuss over it. That's the issue. I don't make a fuss because I enjoy giving. When it's not, if you don't enjoy doing something, then there's no point doing it. Unless you're trying to make your partner happy, and you still should do it because you're making her happy or making him happy. So, and I think that we had this problem where Justice was like, he wasn't very... I don't know. He just didn't know.
Don't hold it back.
I'm censoring everything.
No, don't censor. Speak. Share, because I want to know. I did so.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about myself. So when we first got together, well, we were in a very different situation.
We were poor.
And so I'm not one of those women who's like, oh, I don't care. So, of course, I understood that what was happening. But I didn't want it to be a lifelong thing. So I believe that whatever your state is, you still do something. So gifts are not just about, you know, the money aspect of it, the financial aspect of it. But if you have the money and you can afford a nice gift, why not? Why not do that? You know, it's not difficult. Nowadays, you don't really have excuses. It's easy. Just set a reminder on your phone. Justice's father...
Her second boyfriend, who makes me look bad because he's just, oh my goodness, go on. I still love you though, Dad. Go on.
So, my dad...
And she's taking them.
So, he remembers everybody's birthday. It's not about gifts. It's just the thought of it. It's making you feel special. And I think all men... It's not about gifts. What did your dad get me?
He didn't get you anything.
So, why do I love him so much?
You didn't expect him to get you anything, but go on, continue. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go on.
I'm not going to talk anymore because you interrupted me.
Stop
barging.
Go on, finish your story.
So it's about the thought, and it's also about you making an effort. I think what she stated. I'm just going to let's make it
go.
So not
say whatever
me
you
say
need.
everything. I wanted to be a conversation.
Then pass the mic.
So I think, as she said, she puts thought into what she does, and I think all women want that. You know, we want our men, our partners, to understand that, you know, when we're picking something, we're thinking about what they like, what they enjoy doing, and, you know, what are they into, and we take note of all of that. Most of us do. Or some of us do. I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm just speaking for myself and this lady. So, you know, she's putting thought into what she's doing. She's listening out to see what he likes, what he's into. And, you know, it's heartbreaking to see that, you know, he's done nothing in return.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting it to be, like that. I was expecting it to be, well, we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day. Not, it's a ongoing thing. I hate shopping. She knows that. She likes to go window shopping. If you've seen the other video with her taking me out to go shopping for a friend, I hate shopping. So, and then shopping for someone else when you're like, okay, I have to think about, like you just said, like she just said, oh yeah, I want to think about what's her favorite color, what's all this, and da-da-da-da-da, and what are all the things are like. She don't like the cheap stuff. She wants stuff that's expensive.
It's not cheap stuff. It's the thoughtful stuff.
It's a thoughtful stuff.
I don't like it going into a shop. Oh, let me see. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. She's not even going to wear that.
But you just said that if you have the money, spend it. Yeah, that just kind of flowed out. But that's what, if you have the money,
if you can afford it, of course. You know what? I think it's much more valuable for a guy who's or a woman. You're saving up your money because you have a birthday coming up, there's an event or something going on. If you have plenty of money and then you're like, oh, babe, take that money and do your own shopping, that is not valuable.
But you just said
that's not as valuable.
You got Christmas, you got Sheena's birthday, you got Valentine's Day, you got Mother's Day.
Let's make that clear then. I only get one present.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I only get a present on my birthday. Be quiet, Justice, and be honest.
Sheena.
Why are you trying to save your face?
Sheena.
Be honest. Justice whines so much about different events that I compromise with him. I told him, you buy me a good gift on my birthday. Honestly, you tell us, is that too much to ask for?
If you only get one gift out of those 4 days, that's nothing to complain about.
What did I get for Valentine's Day, darling?
You didn't get anything.
What did I get for Christmas?
What did I get?
What did you get? You got your green screen.
What?
Yeah, what?
For what?
For whatever. Well, for an event. I do a lot of shopping. I buy things and then I just say that.
All right, so this is supposed to be about them.
Yes.
So I am okay with him giving her money and saying, "Go spoil yourself."
Yeah.
Go on a shopping spree. Here's $1,000. Go have fun. I see nothing wrong with that. Now she says, "Okay, I spent all this time thinking through the gifts and stuff like that." But what people have to understand is that guys and girls are different. We're different. We think differently. We process things differently. We approach the holidays differently. You might be, I want this to be, this is the first wine that we had when we went on our first date. This is a picture of the location and all that. The sentimental excess stuff. You can't get mad at him because he doesn't have that same sentimentality, if that's a word, that same level of emotion towards the same things that you have. That's just unfair. Understand that we are different. Now, you can't expect him to at least remember the doggone date and do something. If this is our anniversary, this is my birthday or something like that, do something. Make me breakfast, buy me a cake or something like that. But do something to acknowledge that you remembered it. Now, if you want to give me a handful of cash, by all means, I'll take that. That's a beautiful gift for Justice.
What?
You don't have to think about, okay, or I don't even, at this point in my life, at this age, I don't need anyone to buy anything. So even if you don't buy a gift, I'm okay, but at least acknowledge the day. So I understand her being hurt by, him not even remembering, or him not even doing anything, because like she said, he reminded her. He reminded me that it's our anniversary coming up. I had forgotten. So she was expecting him, that expectation, and that's another video I need to make. Your expectations does not make it my obligation.
No.
But that's completely different. But
wait, hold on a second. It's really, really important. First of all, Justice says, at this point in my life, getting gifts is not really important to me. We have to understand there's a great book out there. At this point, I don't remember who's the author, but it's about the 5 love languages. If we really love one another, we make an effort to understand what each other's love language is. There are 5 love languages. One is gifts. So maybe this lady enjoys getting gifts. So at this point, when they're in a relationship 17 years down the road, you want your partner to speak your love language, even if it's not their love language. My love language is verbal, saying nice things to me, complimenting me, praising me, saying you're the best. You're the...
You're so beautiful and wonderful.
So it's declaring your love, and it's
gifts,
and it's inexpensive. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, you don't have two love languages.
Yes, you do. You can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But go on.
So and then so it's words of affirmation. It's love. It's verbal. Okay, so that's the second love language. The third love language is quality time. So a lot of people want to spend time where you're focused on them. You spend time together, you go out for a dinner, and it's just you and your partner, no kids involved, nothing. So that's some people's love language, quality time. Number 4, acts of service. I don't really care about you saying nice things to me. I don't care about gifts, but if I need you to do something for me, I want you to be available to do it. If I like you to get me a cup of coffee or tea, that makes me feel loved. Acts of service. That's another love language. And the last one is touching and having that intimate connection, physical connection. So some people, that's their love language. If they don't have that often, you're going to feel unloved.
She's educating you.
So this is, I'm just sharing what I know and I believe. It's really, I think it will save a lot of relationships. And it's not just about relationships. Even if you have a friend, just take the time out to really understand this person. What are they after? It helps you even in socializing with people as well. So that's, I think for this lady, she wanted, to be noticed like that. And I think at this point, it's justice says, oh, it's not important to me, but that's for him. But for this person, it is important. So we can't compare one another and say, oh, well, for this person, it's that way. No, but it might be different for them. Yeah, that's
true. Each relationship is different. Each person is different in that relationship, which is back to my point. Women have to understand that the guys think differently than they do, and they feel about the holidays, whatever it is, a different way. So it's understanding my partner and the type of person they are. I can still, like she said, she's still hurt, but like I said, it's not his obligation. You would think that, okay, he loves her, he should, think about that, and that's just being courteous and showing interest, excuse me, in your partner. I think that she should address this with him. So she should talk to him and let him know her feelings. The communication aspect is the most important thing. This is how I feel. I feel that you don't care or you didn't care, and that, you set my expectations up only to shatter them by not doing anything. A week later, and after I gave you the scotch and reminded you, oh, this is our anniversary, you're like, oh, well, I'll get you something later and we can celebrate. And it still, hasn't happened. So see what's going on with him. Is he working extra hours? Is he, why is he so distracted that he can't even remember this simple date? And like Sheena was saying, you got it on the phone. A reminder, beep, 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 beep. Hey, get a gift for your wife or your girlfriend, whatever. So that there's no excuse in that regard. There's no excuse for him a week later missing, not only not celebrating the anniversary, but a week later still not making up for it. So that's an issue on his part. So she needs to talk to him, figure out what's going on in his head, what thoughts
But how do you think she should address it?
It's straightforward. Like, look, we need to talk. There's no reason to beat around the bush. You've been together for 17 years. I know you. You know me. All the, early morning.
But don't you think, how would she start? Like, if imagine it's me and you.
We need to talk. So, I need to talk to you.
And then I tell you, okay, I need to talk to you. You haven't got me anything for Valentine's.
I need to talk to you. So this has been weighing on my mind, and I want to talk about the Valentine's Day. I want to talk about our anniversary. I know it may seem trivial to you, but it was important to me, and I was hoping, I was expecting that you would get me something. Is there something going on? What has you so distracted? I mentioned it to you. and you said that we could celebrate it later, it's been a week. There's no celebration. What's going on? Plain and simple. I'm laying it out there. 17 years, I'm not trying to beat around the bush with anything.
Yeah, but sometimes I think when you're a bit, it's kind of confrontational. That person just gets defensive and they're like, it's not important to me. You know that we've been together 70 years. You expect too much.
But that's the thing. That's the conversation. Once you let me know, then I stop expecting it. But as long as it's in my head, well, he could have, is he doing this or he da da da. In my head, I can make up any scenario. That's why I need to communicate and I need to address it with you to give the floor to you so that you can tell me what it is, what the issue is. And once I know, if you say, I just don't want to celebrate any more holidays, boom, done. I'm not looking to buy you anything else and I'm not expecting you to buy me anything else. You want to give me money? Fine, I can give you money and let that be it. And we don't celebrate any holidays and I don't have to worry about looking forward to anything and getting disappointed. But as long as I know, then I know.
Yeah, that's really important what you just said. Because, so if you're a kind of person who enjoys giving gifts, you do you. But you can't expect your partner to be the same sometimes. Unless they really love you, I guess. And because Justice turned... Yeah.
What's love? But go on.
Yeah, because, what was it? Oh... So when me and Justice initially got together, I was like, I was like one of those clingy like types of people. And then, well, Justice is a completely different person. He's very quiet and reserved and everything like this. And so he wouldn't do it back. And so it kind of like, he doesn't love me and everything. And then gradually it was like, I stopped doing all of that. I wasn't myself anymore. And it kind of really hurt me, not being myself. I felt I'm changing and I'm turning into a different person. And so we had a conversation and Justice told me, why are you not you when that is what you're comfortable being? So many times you have to be, and now I just do my own thing. So I know that he's not going to react the same way ever. I've completely washed my hands. But I still, do whatever I want to. And
she knows that I love her.
Yeah, and he sometimes just looks at me like, you're crazy. But I still do me, and I'm comfortable being myself. And that's what it is. I think if you enjoy getting gifts for your husband, and that's what you take pride in, you put that thought in it, yeah, he might not look at it the same way, but if that's what you enjoy doing, I think you should still continue doing it. So it's not about, he didn't do it for you, you don't do it for him. If you enjoy doing it, you continue doing it, but he might never see it the same way you see it. I continue doing whatever I do. And Justice sometimes gets even annoyed, but I enjoy doing what I do. So it is what it is.
On that point, and we'll wrap it up. Reciprocity is important. You don't want to be the only one giving. You want to be receiving. And like she was talking about the love languages, the love tank. I need to be getting my tank refilled just like I'm filling your tank with whatever, gifts, words of affirmation, so on and so forth. So reciprocity is important. However, the things that you do shouldn't be, or the expectation shouldn't be the driving force for that giving. So I shouldn't be giving this gift to you just because I want you to give me something back. If this is something that, okay, I saw this, I thought of you, I wanted to get it for you. Now, you may not buy me something back. That's okay. I didn't do it for that purpose. I did it because I love you and I thought of you. As long as you're doing it for the right reasons, you don't have to worry about all the excess stuff. Now, you still may, have cases where it's an important date to you, but that's where the conversation needs to come into play and just establish, how are we going to handle these things? Are we going to celebrate our anniversary? Are we going to celebrate Valentine's, so on and so forth, or case by case situation? But again, reciprocity, important, but shouldn't be the driving force in you doing acts. That's just my thought. Anything else?
No.
Good thoughts from Sheena here.
Thank you.
So give us a thumbs up. Tell her how much you love her. She likes to hear words of affirmation. and everything like that.
It just spread love. It's so easy to be nice, and it doesn't cost anything.
So we appreciate you guys watching.
Subscribe to the channel.
Make
and
sure you
support
subscribe, like, hit the bell notification, all the other stuff, and everything like that. And we will see you in another video. Remember, whatever you do,
do it justice.
do it justice.
Yeah.